I don't understand people who are afraid of Donald. He's so pathetic. That's not a late-night comedian talking. That's Mary Trump, the president's own niece. She's not holding back. From calling her uncle the worst person on the planet, to warning that his policies are designed to be cruel, Mary Trump is once again stepping into the spotlight. And she's got a message. It's not just Donald Trump we should be worried about. It's the radicalized movement around him. Let's break it all down. Mary Trump at the Hay Festival. A Family Insider speaks. At the Hay Festival in Wales this week, a globally respected event for books, politics, and culture, Mary Trump took the stage. There, in front of a live audience, she didn't mince words. She said she was devastated by Donald Trump's 2016 election victory. Not disappointed. Not shocked. Devastated. I handled the 2016 election badly. I was devastated by it, she said. It felt like the worst person on the planet is being elevated at the expense of better people. Mary Trump, a trained psychologist and Family Insider, didn't just oppose her uncle on policy. She saw his rise as deeply personal. A symbol, she said, of how cruelty and dysfunction in her family was now being projected onto the entire country. And when you consider the damage many believe Trump's presidency inflicted, from immigration crackdowns to pandemic mismanagement, her warning rings even louder today. Policies designed to be cruel. Mary didn't just speak in broad strokes. She got specific. She accused Donald Trump's administration of intentionally targeting the most vulnerable. I knew his presidency was going to be unspeakably awful, she said. Specific policies and the ways in which those policies were designed to be cruel. That's a stunning accusation, especially from a family member. She sees a presidency not built on principles or ideals, but on vindictiveness. And the worst part? She believes he wasn't alone in that. The GOP gave him a free hand. Mary Trump also took aim at the Republican Party, not just for support of her uncle, but for actively enabling his behavior. It became very clear early on that they were going to give him a free hand, she said, because he wasn't going to stop them. In her view, Trump created a power vacuum, and his party filled it, pushing their own agenda while hiding behind his distractions, lies, and chaos. What she's describing is not just one man's presidency, but a systemic failure, a government run on fear, loyalty, and silence. Fear and radicalization. Now, here's where it gets even more serious. Mary Trump, who is currently being sued by her uncle over alleged contract violations, said something most critics don't dare to. I don't understand people who are afraid of Donald. He's so pathetic. Seriously, I would be embarrassed to be afraid of him. But she does fear something else. It is his supporters, his followers, who have been radicalized, who are willing to lay down their life for him or commit acts of violence on behalf. That line is chilling. She's pointing to January 6th, the growing number of threats against election workers, and the rise of political extremism inspired by Trump. In her view, Donald Trump himself is weak, but the code around him is dangerous. That's where the real threat lies. A call to action and a warning. Mary Trump closed her appearance with something powerful, a warning and a challenge. She urged opponents of the Trump movement to stand together, even in the face of retaliation. When you have somebody with that much power who has no compunction about going after individuals, that creates a situation designed to instill fear. But the only way to fight back, she said, is by not giving in to that fear. She's calling for courage, for unity, for a pushback against extremism, because this, to her, is not just political. It's personal. It's about the soul of the country, and whether we allow a family legacy of dysfunction to become a national blueprint. Closing thoughts. So, what do we make of all this? When Mary Trump speaks, she's not speaking from speculation. She's speaking from experience. She knows Donald Trump not as a brand or a politician or a showman, but as a deeply flawed human being. And her warning is clear. White heavy check mark, don't underestimate him. White heavy check mark, don't fear him. White heavy check mark, but don't ignore the movement that's grown around him. Because what started in one broken family might just break a country. If we let it, call to action. What do you think about Mary Trump's comments? Is she telling the truth or just settling a family score? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you value honest, fearless breakdowns like this, hit like, share this video, and subscribe for more political deep dives every week.